We'll do a few things while everybody's logging in. Do a cargo locator here. Fifth one of the day. I've already done my free one, so in about 10 minutes we'll be able to do the other one. Go up here to the Operations Center, single player, and go ahead and get all our energy collected. We'll be doing some war games and skirmish here in a little bit. The January login reward that I'm on is day 27, and I'm going to get 12,000 energy for that. Hi Ventry, glad to see you joined the stream this evening. Got any questions for me? I'm just doing a few maintenance things here. Spending a little energy and see any troops I'm going to use tonight that I want to rank up a little bit here. And we will, on the Tier 1 AAV, spend some energy here and take his hit rate up. And might as well just see how far I can take him. Alright, we got up to level 56. So I got a plus 48% hit rate. That only works when you hit the missile suppression, but the special for that unit. When you hit that, it'll also activate suppressive fire. Alright, good question. By entry says, how is EWO Online? I only play EWO on the PS3. I signed up for beta but never actually played the game. Well, first of all, if you go to Steam or the EWO Online website, it's now in open beta and anyone can play. That's a good thing on your PC. It's a spin-off from the original, so there's not so much micromanaging your units. There is a different kind of strategy, I would say, that this game has, because you have to build your army, learn the maps, know how to counter different specials and what units are coming down. A lot of people say it's just a lane-based defensive game, but there's a lot more to being successful in the game than just sending out a bunch of units. If you're just going to spam units, then once you get up with the big boys that have been playing the game for a while, they're just going to eat you up. So you need to learn your units, how they form a cohesive army so that they can do well for you. Alright, so we're in the skirmish matchmaking and we have an opponent found. And it's Cooper! Hey Cooper, he lives out east. Good to see you here. He's level 58. So it should be a pretty good battle here. We're relatively evenly matched.
Yes, sir. Copy that. Copy. Moving. Roger. Copy that. Roger. On the move. On the way. Roger.
Alright, and he got his airstrike. My air intercept took his down, and that was a quick game. Oh, hey Coop. I will not use air intercept anymore. Laugh out loud. Alright. Let's try again. So yes, I have ranked up my air intercept because the most common strategy in the game right now is people spamming air transports out. I've seen up to all 3 air transports being used in the game, and that can just overwhelm me right off the bat. So I wanted to come up with a strategy that would defeat the spamming or just the usage in general of a bunch of air intercepts. Alright, so it says there's no evenly matched enemies in the queue, so we're going to expand. And throughout the evening I will be going a little easier on people than I did that first game. Anybody else out there signed in? Looks like we got like 2 viewers right now. Vientry and whoever else. We'll let everybody know I'm in queue, streaming, and going easy so you can win. So what we'll do here is, that was Cooper, and I accidentally air intercepted him in the heat of battle and pretty much ruined his whole game right off the bat because my air intercept is so powerful. So I won't use that. I'm not going to change my army. I'll just be playing with 5 units instead of 6. 6 units to air intercept. So let's see if anybody's out there. I did complete a daily objective with that game, so I can go up there and get my fame. In fact, we'll do that here real quick. So we're going to cancel out of the queue, go up here to daily objective, and that was win 3 battles in a row. So the next one, if I would win 2 more in a row, I'd get 50 more fame, but that probably won't be happening tonight because we are going to be working on helping some people learn the game. We could, on Fortress mode, looks like I was 2nd place, got 150 gold and 250 Fortress tokens, so we're going to claim those. Battle history here. Or here's the leaderboard. So Cooper's on top. So congratulations to Cooper for being the #1 on the Fortress mode. And we'll go back to skirmish mode here, and if we don't see anybody there, we'll go to war games. See if anybody's hanging out in that game. So let's congratulate. Congrats, Cooper, on being #1 in Fortress mode. So Ventry, if you're still on there, make you an account, and once you get up to level 25, you can play skirmish. A little before that, I think it's 20, you can play war games. Before that, it kind of works itself backwards. The action really starts happening at about level 15. When you get up to it, other different modes become available. And you really need those first 15 levels to get a hang of the game, learn your units, and how the whole game progresses on the RPG side of it. Well, let's see how many friends I got on here tonight. Then we got Cooper, he's in a PvP. Half Shark Man, Buck's on. Hey, we'll get a good battle with Buck. I'll have to use that air intercept versus him. He's pretty good. Macedonia. We also got Dragon Serbia playing tonight on my friends list. So let's try skirmish mode one more time here. See if we can get anybody, and then we'll go hang out in the War Games lobby. Yes, Ventry, I hope you do start playing this game, and definitely the more games you've played will help you with this game. Just take time to learn your army, review all the 5 skills that each unit has, and kind of in your own mind figure what units you want to use and how they're going to work together to complement each other on your strategy, whether you're going to be more defensive, more offensive, a balanced army, whether you want air superiority and having a strong air intercept. That's something I decided early on when I saw people using air transport to deep strike tanks and artillery, infantry, and AAVs. I figured, wow, I really need to beef that up. Alright, so we got Macedonia here, level 12, or he's level 33. So we'll go easy on him here and let him get the victory, because I would be very much overpowered on him. But that'll show you some gameplay and everything. He's a little heavy on air units. He's got 4 air units and only a tank and a AAV. So that tells me that he isn't going to be able to capture any uplinks. So as soon as I get an uplink captured, I'm going to be having a pretty big advantage on him, because we're going to use Grunt and beat him to both of these. He's using an airstrike, so what we're going to do is we caught that air strike in not enough time. I think it's going to hit that. No, we were on the other side of it, so that worked out good. As you can see, even his tank's having trouble with my riflemen. And up here he's having trouble with my riflemen because they're pretty tough. So the smart thing he should do is exactly what he's doing, is send the units down the middle so that he can avoid my riflemen, because I don't have any units. Alright, he's coming back with another airstrike. And I misplaced my air intercept. See, that's another important thing is you got to learn your map better. I have a camera in my face, so I kind of goofed up on that. But he's got some turrets down here in the middle he's going to have to take care of. And let's see, instead of airstriking my infantry that aren't going anywhere, hopefully he'll wise up and start airstriking the turrets. And maybe save up some command points so that he can send a bundle of units down the middle aisle. But he's got it on the lane. He should have moved that up to the turret for a direct attack, because it's only going to get some splash damage. It did take some damage just then, but he would have had a lot greater effect on the turret had he placed it on it correctly. The walking bomb on the airstrike has no effect on the turrets, and that's a tier 3. The tier 1 airstrike will do some damage. I have found that the tier 2, the napalm airstrike, is the most effective against turrets. So there he goes. He's got some units up here. He's using specials on them. Really needs to get those tanks up here for doing some really good suppressive fire on that. So we'll give him a minute here and see if he can knock out that turret. If not, see, he's making that mistake again. Got it right there in the middle. He probably doesn't realize that he can place that over there off the lane. That's one of the things in the game that you have to realize, that there are a few parts of the game that are outside the lane, and that is the turrets. Along with the artillery spots and stockpiles in the campaign version. There's 9 chapters currently. So he's using his deep strike pretty effectively here, because if he puts it right there by it, he's going to get some gunfire on that turret from the air transport up there. So, but like I said, he was very heavy on air units, and so if you're trying to take out a turret, that's only going to hinder you further, because they're very much anti-air. I was kind of hoping at one point we'd see a anti-ground turret and then an anti-air turret, and you could modify your setup for your map. Kind of like in your when you're setting up your army to go into battle, you could also choose whether you wanted ground turrets or air turrets. Maybe the devs will do that in the future. I think that would be a great idea, depending on how people fight and everything. So he's got to be getting pretty close to being out of units. We may have to abort here to get him a victory. We'll see here if he can get this knocked out or not. He's almost got it. make sure I could reach the abort button if I needed to behind my picture, and I sure can. So he's almost got the turret down, and we should be able to see him starting to take down my headquarters. Unfortunately, my headquarters is going to have quite a few hit points, so I don't think he has enough units left that he could take down my headquarters, but we'll see how effective he is on that. And then we can hit abort. So let's see if how many units he has left now that he could actually attack me with. If it's only those two, then I'm gonna abort, and I would say that's probably all he has. So we're gonna abort, give him the victory. He fought real hard for being the underdog, and congratulations to him. Alright, goodbye Ventry. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope that you do play the game, and I hope to see you on the battlefield. Have a great evening. Alright, this is the ATF McCoys is the name of this one. And first thing I want to do is drop his transport. It's going to slow everything down with him. Tell him I'm going to go easy so he wins.
Yes, sir. Copy that. On the move. Copy that. Roger. Roger. Understood. Absolutely, sir. In motion, sir.
Basically, I'm going to try and take both uplinks here, like I did in the last game, and make him work on going up the middle, see if he figures that out on the strategy. A lot of times when I'm playing, even though this guy is level 57, my level 60 is actually a little higher than a lot of people's level 60, because I've taken the time to invest in ranking up my units and getting them some decent equipment. But he is being smart by airstriking with the napalm, so that's very effective there. It'll eat away a few hit points, and he's got a couple other units coming up there. So he hadn't quite realized that he probably needs to start sending units down the middle and forget about my riflemen. But we'll see if he can get that artillery back up there. He'll be in pretty good shape. Because what I'll do is after he finally kills this one infantry, I'm going to deep strike another infantry just to keep him busy up top. But we'll let him kill that and get a little bit around the corner. There, he's finally sending some units down the middle. We're finally going to deep strike our unit over there.
We've lost 2 squads.
There he did. He had an air intercept. Took down half the health of that, but I did get the rifleman down in time.
Yes, sir.
And so we do have that.
Hell yes, sir.
And he's finally going to get some command points for finally securing a uplink up top up here. And if I bring out anything right now, he has the one of the best air intercepts. It flies around the map for, I'd say, approximately 10 seconds, and it will actually take fire from other units on the ground and distract them from attacking your ground units, which is very effective. It also, as it's flying around, will launch against other air units. He's having a little trouble with this rifleman I have down here, because when I hit run, it gives it some special abilities where it makes it a little tougher. That's why he's having a little trouble with that down here.
Roger.
And just
Understood.
so to keep him honest down there, so he's working up top, we're going to deep strike another. So here we go. Boom, he hit my air transport.
Yes, sir.
And didn't do much damage. There, took it down to half. So the guy that's dropping is down to half. And now he's going to airstrike with the napalm, which is also very beneficial for him. I probably won't bring out any more units so this game doesn't go real long, so that he can hurry up and beat me here.
We're down a squad. We're down 2 squads.
Let's tell the world I'm in
We're out of the
skirmish
fight, sir. Requesting extraction.
against ATF. We'll be ready for next minute. Check out tonight's gameplay. On Twitch. And so yes, ATF McCoy was like, I can barely beat your infantry. How am I I'm going to win the game? Well, that's because I'm here to help people and build the community, which you can find my lounge I have on Facebook called the InWar and InWar Online Lounge. Also have Marsh Flyboy Twitch and Marsh Flyboy YouTube that you can follow me on. And if you're on your PC on Facebook, all you have to do now is go to the Facebook page for InWar Online and click play, and you will be able to play the game through Facebook. The other options is Steam, and then the final option to play the game is what's been around for a while, is going to the InWarOnline.com site and downloading the micro client, or just playing through your browser. Alright. So he was able to defeat me, and we'll be able to go on to another opponent. Good game, ATF. And let's see who's next. I'm in Q and expanded. Oops, wasn't typing that in the world chat. So let's try it again. I'm in Q and expanded. Waiting. Trying to help people learn strategy and earn XP. For all players. And let's remind people they can go to www.twitch.tv/Mars Flyboy. Pretty easy thing to remember if you want to watch tonight's streaming of the game. And you can watch for a little while previously streamed sessions of the game on Twitch. They stay on there for a while, and you can go back. You don't necessarily have to watch it live. You can, in a couple hours, if you see, oh, hey, he was streaming, you can go back and watch the entire episode. So, if ever you miss it, don't think that you've missed it. You can go probably back and watch it. So, on talking some of the strategy of the game. Excuse me. Headquarters is an important thing to keep that going. You don't want to bring up all your headquarters zones, in my opinion, to the same level. If you're not a drone person, then I wouldn't rank it up, because there's going to come a point where your zones are such a high level that require so much energy, and there may be a day where you just don't have a bunch of energy, and you definitely want to get that daily quest of upgrade 2 zones that day. So if you have a real low zone on a unit you don't use, when you're at a higher level, that actually helps you out. Got a little winter allergies going on here. Alright, ATF McCoy's is back. And let's see if he's changed his army or not, or what he's going to do.
Roger
so
that.
first thing I do is drop...
You got it.
Roger that.
Drop my AAV, which really slows down the opponent.
Sir.
I'm going to get up here and I'm going to be able to... Ooh, he's doing that, so I'm going to counter him.
Yes, sir.
And I missed the counter, but if he flies back around,
Roger. On the
one of the
move.
cool things is you can air intercept and like have a mini dog fight. So that's kind of cool. One of the neat things they built into the game. Let's use our missile suppression. There's where that hit rate came in. I don't think I missed any that time, and we're capturing that uplink down there. So he should have his hands full for a few minutes, and we can see what kind of strategy he uses to overcome this. And I'll do a little more talking with you. If you look up here at the top, because I've captured right now a couple uplinks, all units damage per second is increased by 20%, and all units hit points are increased by 20%. You get this up here to do all 5 bars maxed out. On your morale, I'm at 220 out of 500. It really does give your guys, they're like running on adrenaline. And so, yep, he's bringing in an airstrike here, going to hit that. Good choice of napalm, about the best thing for an infantry that you can use. And he should be able to knock these 2 guys out relatively easy. So he's got the, this is a little better fight, or a gunship he has. It does the missile blast, which I personally prefer. He's got the tier 1 tank, and it looks like he is using the tier 2 artillery. I'm not a big fan of tier 2 or tier 3. What I like is a rank 5 tier 1, because it will actually give your units a movement bonus, a speed bonus. So if you have that tier 1 AAV that is slowing down the enemy, and you bring in an artillery that gives your units, or not artillery, I apologize, the artillery gives you a range bonus on its tier 1. It's the tier 1 infantry that gives you the speed. And so you can have a range bonus with the tier 1 artillery. You bring out a tier 1 AAV and a tier 1 infantry. Now when it comes to tanks, you either want tier 3 or tier 4. Those are definitely the better options there, in my opinion. I'm a big fan of the tier 2 intercept, and like I've mentioned a few times, the napalm airstrike is really good. When you're battling a Euro, that laser is really awesome. It's kind of like the opposite of the JSF railgun. Very good unit there. Of course, everybody, if you get that stealth tank, I recommend it. It is a beast. So he's coming around here. Hopefully, yep, he's capturing that uplink up there, so that'll give him some command points. And down here, it's important strategy-wise that if you are playing as you're playing, if there are two uplinks like there is, if you just capture one and they capture the other one, you're at least at a stalemate on command points. If they capture one and they keep you, or you keep the opponent from capturing the other uplink, you're going to have an advantage in command points the further the game goes along, which the command points is only going to allow you to use more specials on the enemy. A lot of times, there are a few maps where there is only one uplink, and I prefer not to bring any infantry in on those battles. My main objective is to keep them from taking that uplink, and so then I can just stay at an even command point regeneration rate as they are. But usually I can bring in a unit that is a lot more powerful than my infantry unit. But lately I have been trying to really rank up and make those infantry units a lot better, which people tonight have been noticing because they're having trouble with my infantry. And it is finally paying off that I'm getting them built up. Because a lot of people like to use the regeneration, the health engineer, and that is a very good one, especially if you get 2 or 3 together next to another unit. You can just keep regenerating either 3 or 4 units as they're all bundled up there. As long as the other team doesn't drop like a napalm or a big airstrike on you, you have basically got a wall moving down the lane with those healing engineers. Alright, so he's just about done here. We could nuke him if we wanted to, but we're not going to. Let him finish this, and we will have wrapped up another session of skirmish. So we'll click OK. And so we'll say good game ATF. And we'll say who's next for a win. All about getting some people some experience. Let's ask him that helping you determine how you need to improve your army. Alright, we got to hit expand here so we can get some lower level guys. And he's wanting me to bring out the big firepower, so you want the big firepower. I'll send 1 tank versus 10 units down middle. Just to, we'll show tonight what the stealth tank is capable of. So hopefully if I get ATF McCoy's again, he'll send a bunch of units down the middle, and he wants to see how the stealth tank operates. And pretty much, because he is a little bit lower level than me, kind of be like a hot knife going through butter. Yes, we are live. Stealth tank like hot knife through butter. Let's do it. And so hopefully we'll get him back here and we'll be able to do a demo on the stealth tank. Very cool unit. The decoy gunship is very good. Personally, I haven't been very impressed with the new AAV commander that is tier 4. I only have him about ranked up about halfway. Biggest thing with him, and I just still have to learn it myself, is you need to have at least a couple more of those guys out there, so because they will all fire at once on one unit from anywhere they are on the map, and I just don't feel comfortable yet because it's not ranked up high enough to use it all the time. Plus, I'm pretty addicted to slowing the game down using that tier 1 AAV. When I get it fully upgraded, it'll do a negative 35% movement on the enemy. So that really helps you out a lot. Alright, so he's level 57. I'm level 60. I have a stealth tank that is level 59. So he really doesn't have any units above, we'll say approximately 43. So we'll let him send a bunch of units down, and then I will finally launch that stealth tank and see what happens. And if he's smart, yep, he's going to go get those 2 command points, or 2 uplinks, so he gets some command points and can really launch some units. So we'll wait until he gets those going. Get him some command points, and then we'll send out our tank. So let's see, he's just about got the top up link captured, and boom, he gets a 20% bonus on command point regeneration, and down here he's up to 40%. And so he should be launching some more units here with them extra command points that he has. We'll give him just a second. So I'm going to wait until that turret is down, and then I will do my tank.
Roger that.
I didn't want the turret helping.
Roger, moving.
So here we go. We're going to go into stealth mode and see what happens here. Bringing his whole army down on my stealth tank. That's a world of hurt on a tank, and he's got me down to half health. So I'm only going to fight this one tank at a time. So when he gets that one destroyed, I will bring out another one. But as of right now, I've taken out 4 units. And he has got me down to half health. So I've almost...
We've lost 2 rollers.
I can go back into stealth mode here.
Leave it to us,
0 rollers operating. We need evac, sir.
And this is good experience for him. I may bring in my chopper here on my next one when this tank dies to show him the air unit. That's if my headquarters lasts that long, because he's so close right now. He's getting some hits. He's actually, when I go into stealth mode, he doesn't fire at the tank because it's invisible, so his units are firing upon on the building. So now here comes my decoy gunships, and we'll see if that'll tear him up a little bit here.
Leave it to us, sir.
We're 2 jets, right? We need evac.
Lost an Eagle.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Roger that. Roger that.
Alright, so we got 4 decoys here. One is on down here on the bottom lane. I basically got 2 attacking on the middle lane, and then this top one's also attacking on the middle lane. So, those gunships are probably going to put a hurt on him here if he doesn't bring in an AAV soon. You get a bonus due to the rock, paper, scissors format. We'll see if
Roger that.
can overcome me sending out these decoys, because that's when it really hurts him. He's just about got me down though. I'd say to about 30% health on my headquarters. As you can see, my morale is actually higher than his because I'm defeating more units than him. I've almost got things maxed out, so I'm getting my hit points increased and my damage per second because I'm slowly but surely defeating his units, and he's not taking out any of mine. So he's just holding steady on his morale because of the uplinks that he captured earlier.
Roger that.
And he's got 2 air intercepts trying to take out that gunship, which I'm going to let him do that. If I put out the drones, it probably could have lasted a little bit longer. But he was wise to get that out when I switched to the air intercept. Because those guys just fly around until basically they run out of fuel, their time limit, or if there's something attacking them, they're shot down. Whenever you see the flares come out, they're taking... they're distracting the unit from attacking one of your ground units. That's why they keep attacking that gunship and launching flares, and every time they launch the flares, I don't attack the, well, he's got riflemen there for a moment. And there we go. He was able to battle through some of the toughest units on the game. ATF. Let's go, Cooper. For anyone, I'm not using air intercept. Yes, you host, I enter with Mike. Alright, so we got Cooper here, so I promised him I wouldn't use any air intercept. That doesn't mean I'm still not going to be sneaky with him.
Yes, sir. Understood.
And try to steal a couple uplinks from him.
Affirmative, sir. Yes, sir. Moving out. Roger. On the move.
We're on it. Copy. Moving.
We're on it. We have lost a squad. Roger. We have lost 2 squads. We're out of the fight, sir. We're down extraction. We're down from squads.
We're a squad down.
One roller down. Moving out. Leave it to us, sir.
All troopers wounded. Or KIA. Send evac.
1 roller lost. 2 rollers lost.
Take care.
Alpha Mike Foxtrot.
Second roller lost. We're one squad down. We're 2 squads down. We're out of action here, sir. Affirmative. Send evac. Yes, sir. Moving. Roger that. All rollers out of action. Send evac ASAP. We got 2 squads down.
Copy that. Roger. On the move.
Absolutely, sir.
We're down a squad. We're down 2 squads.
Roger.
We'll comply. We're knocked out, sir. We need evac. Roger. On the move.
We'll do it, sir.
He's in a little bit of trouble down here with my invisible tank. He had one that I did not see. So I gotta go right back into stealth mode here. Come on. You may have destroyed me before it, so I'm gonna have to airdrop another. Why would you airdrop so close to your headquarters? Because you want that extra firepower from the transport that's coming down.
Yes, sir. Understood. Roger. On the move. We'll take care of it.
We've lost a roller. They killed 2 rollers.
Outstanding, sir.
KO'd, sir. Send evac.
Indeed, sir.
Everyone's too low.
Yes, sir. Copy that.
Damn it.
Yes, sir. Moving.
Everyone's dead or wounded. We need evac now.
And he defeated me. He got me down on my headquarters. So good job to him. Good game, Cooper. You're above level number 25. Play skirmish. Giving out some free wins tonight. This stream will be available for 24 hours on Twitch to review your gameplay. Excuse me. A little bit of whiskey down the wrong pipe there. Well, we got 2 followers that currently. Let's see if we can get to everyone on Twitch to watch games of, let's see, others and earn strategy against me. And we're coming up on the midway point of the second skirmish for the Charlie server. We got 1 hour and 7 minutes left. Doing pretty good here. I think while we got a little break in the action, it says looking for opponent. I'm going to see if I can refill my drink. Hope you're all enjoying tonight's live stream on Twitch. www.twitch.tv/MarsFlyboys, where you can find it. And if everybody, I'm back. Looks like we're still looking for an opponent, so there may be some people in PvP right now. Since the game was released on Steam... Hey! ATF, my boy! ATF, can you see this? Yes, I can. Thanks for the games and wins. My med time. Good night. Well, it was nice playing with you, and you have a good night. I'm going to try streaming more often here, so that we all can have a good time and the community can grow. So tell your friends about the game, and if they want to be featured on a stream of Twitch, they can join the EWO Lounge on Facebook to find out when I will be doing my next stream. That's a great community page where everybody can ask questions if you have any, and get to know other people and team up for friendly matches or skirmish. Good way to communicate. A lot of good information there. There's devs on the site that keep an eye on it. The Steam release, what I was getting back to saying, has increased the number of players playing the game quite a bit. Currently, most of them, I would say, are level 20 or below, so they really haven't unlocked all the modes. So I guess it's important that they keep playing and get up here to where they can play some of the skirmish and war games. And of course, I'm going to be here helping them get some wins, learn their strategy, so that they can get some XP and don't get hammered all the time by some high level guys. Once we get enough players playing on the Charlie server here, people shouldn't run into me quite as often. But until then, come play during skirmish, learn some strategy, and get a free win. Alright, let's check the world chat again, see what's going on. Anyone ready for skirmish? Skimish. Guess my typing is a little off. If you have any comments about tonight's stream, you can leave them either on Twitch or on the EWO Online Lounge Facebook page. Also, if you like the game, leave a review of the game on Steam. If you already have an account through EWOonline.com or through the Facebook account, you will need to create another account. Alright, we got an opponent. Who is it? It's Cooper! Good buddy Cooper, he's a member of the lounge, and so is Buck. Both them guys are high level, members of the lounge guild. The guilds will eventually get fixed by the devs.
You got it. On the move. You got it. Yes, sir. Affirmative. On the way.
We'll comply.
Amen to that. Copy that. Yes, sir. In
One
transit.
squad down. 2 squads down.
Roger. Yes, sir. We're squads down. 2 squads down.
We're dead meat here. Send evac.
We'll do it, sir.
We just lost a roller. 2 rollers knocked out.
Alright, he's got a stealth tank. It just went into stealth mode. He lost one stealth tank, but luckily he's got that other one in stealth mode, so it's not taking any hits from my gunship. So his AAV has been able to get my gunship down to about half strength. So I'm once again going to do the decoy ones. Down here we'll do a missile suppression on these guys coming in down here.
Got it. On the move.
He likes to use, you got to learn your opponent. He uses about every game 2 air transports. So when I use my air intercept and I have out my Tier 1 AAV, it slows the air transports coming in and it allows my air intercept to do quite a bit of damage. So I would say if you want air superiority in this game, you need to slow down. See how slow his chopper is going. And then what you do is you try as close to his headquarters as possible to catch that with your air intercept, so that as much damage as possible can be done to his units. Because if you defeat it, or however far you take it down in health, will be the amount of health the dropped unit has. So that's a great way to counter players like him. And he's saying I'm being nice. I'm going to tell him thank you. Thanks. Trying to build a game. And we'll let everybody know that's on. If you go to www.twitch.tv/MarsFlyboy for tonight's live stream. Also available for 24 hours to watch. And we're going to say welcome, Leopardo. Leopardo sounds Italian to me. To EWO community. So what I like about this game is it's more of a close-knit community that really appreciates the game and the strategy behind it. There are some haters out there, but I think that's because EWO 2 hasn't been made, or they're a little dysfunctional towards Ubisoft in general. But the people that are playing the game really are polite. They're strategy-orientated people and respect each other, and I haven't found that in any other game. So that's part of the reason I like this. Maybe it just goes a little bit more to an older audience, but it seems to me most people complaining are young, and if they wanted to do a little pay-to-play, it's definitely not pay-to-win this game. It's pay-to-play. If you want to advance a little faster, you can get everything just by playing the game. And a lot of young people are impatient, so they don't want to play the game. You want to buy some gold and help yourself along, that's your choice. It is free. You never have to invest anything at all. I do recommend that no matter whether you are just going to play the game for free totally, or if you are going to every once in a while buy something, the VIP is a good thing to buy. Also, when there is the buy war bonds, so that you get 300 gold a day, that's another good one. Those things contribute. But also what contributes is doing your daily quest, the quest for the campaigns, playing all the different modes when you get up to level 25. You really need to start working your way up the fortress mode, because then you can get your gold and your fortress tokens. Play war game when skirmish isn't going on. You want to try to get as high as you can each week on skirmish, so that you can get skirmish tokens. And then on war game, you get those war game tokens. And basically, war game is, if you look at the nuts and bolts of it, it is basically playing for free, because if you just win like one game before you lose your 3, you get like 120 fame. So it costs 150 fame to play it. So it really doesn't cost you anything to play war games. So anytime you aren't playing campaign or skirmish isn't open, after you're done playing a minimum of 3 fortress each day so that you can complete your daily quest and get that 6,000 energy and fame you need to keep ranking up players. And we're going to go in here in a little bit and talking about proper army strategy. Getting back to this game, all the different modes work towards building your army. And that's what we're going to talk about next, is your army. I basically play with 4. You can have 6 armies out on the map. And I basically play with 4 main units. And that would be my Tier 1 infantry, which gives my units. The biggest thing I like about that is the quick uplink capture, how they move fast, and how they also give a bonus to the movement speed of my excuse me, all the units on the battlefield. Next, a Tier 1 AAV at rank 5. All these units are rank 5, by the way. Can cut down the speed of the enemy by 35%. So it really helps you to get to those uplinks or gain higher ground in the lanes. If you ever watch a game between me and Buck, we both have that Tier 5 AAV, and the game just really slows down, and both of us are really studying to see, okay, what's the next move to be made. It really becomes a chess match, not so much as reflexes of dropping units, because when you got those, he slowed me down to 35%, I slowed him down by 35%, and we're both there taking time to really study the map and what's going on and where the best unit is to deploy. Because sometimes in the heat of battle, you are going to drop a unit that you didn't mean to drop, or you didn't put it at the right place. Earlier tonight, I went to do an air intercept, and I got nothing because I clicked to drop it on the wrong spot on the map. So, what is Mars 4-core units? We've said it's the Tier 1 infantry, the Tier 1 AAV, then I go up to my stealth tank, which is Tier 4, and then my Tier 4 gunship. Now, I'm currently working on building up my Tier 2 gunship. And that's what I would recommend everybody to work on, is that Tier 2, because the very first thing that you get with that is the Super Urge. And if you look at all the bonuses that a Super Urge will give you, it can really help your units speed up down the lane, their firing per second, and it's just a great gunship to have. And I see myself, once I get that ranked up, that I can, if someone is heavy on tanks, I can bring in 2 gunships, and that will really help me counter. So that's my 4 units that I try to use every game. Now, you should have 4 reserve units that will fill those final 2 slots, because there's no way that you can have every unit ranked up. You're going to have to make some choices of what your army is going to consist of. And so I basically have 4 units that I like to have in reserve, and that would be the railgun tank, which is Tier 3, the Tier 2 gunship, I like it. Then I have my Tier 3 air transport that can drop tank and infantry, because sometimes I want to steal a uplink real quick, or I have a infantry going down to get an uplink. I do that right off the bat after I do my AAV launch at the very beginning. That's pretty much a common thing I do. Is first unit is the AAV to slow things down. After that, sometimes my strategy is go take an uplink, and then I will deep strike a tank, basically as a big old shield or wall, whatever you want to call it, where he's just basically going to be cannon fodder and keep everybody from coming down that lane till they defeat him. And that allows me to do other things, because the enemy has to focus on getting that tank defeated if they're going to get down to the uplink. Because a lot of times there will be an artillery spot down there, and I'll follow up with an artillery. And if they ignore that, and that tank's basically up on their headquarters right away. I don't drop it all the way up there by the headquarters. You want to drop it before any turrets. Because if it's going to defeat anything for you, the most important thing would be that turret. I really could care less about any units coming down that lane at the time. But once you got a setup, maybe you're getting the you got the AAV coming, You got an artillery, the infantry is going up there to get the uplink, and now you can work on any other lanes that there are. Personally, I like more lanes the better, of course. I hope that sometime we get to see the capital maps added to friendly match or skirmish. It would really make a great game mode would be capital attack and defend mode, where you defend your capital for so many matches and earn a bonus, or attack an opponent's capital for so long. I think those are some cool maps that you just don't get to play, because one time in the tutorial and then you're done with it. And those are kind of, you know, they're basic maps, but it still be kind of fun to go back and play those. And hey, here we go, we got an opponent. Athenia, level 50, hasn't played any skirmish yet this week, so welcome Athenia, and we'll see. Hopefully you won't quit here, because I've got you outranked, because I'm going to give you a chance to win. I got a pretty balanced army here. They got 3 air units, a tank, a transport, and an infantry. So personally, I like a balanced army. ATF McCoy's earlier in the night wasn't bringing out one air transport. I mean, one AAV. So he was really at a disadvantage on taking out gunships. I don't even think he had an air intercept unit, so he kind of left himself a weak link in his armor there that could I could have used as an advantage. I would never bring more than 2 units of the same type. I've seen people bring 3 air transports, so they can kind of spam you down all the lanes and just keep hitting you right at your headquarters, trying to overwhelm you for the early win. Like I said, if you slow that down and you got a good air intercept, basically game over for them. You know, it's going to be a long battle, but you have everything at that point to repel their attack. I mean, it's a great strategy, but there is a way to beat it. That's what I like about in this game. And the opponent lost connection, so he either quit or he did lose connection. So we'll go back to skirmish here and let everybody know that streaming live on Twitch. Get your free skirmish win. We're going to expand the skirmish matchmaking. Time is, we got about 45 minutes left in this skirmish mode. Actually, it has, I've seen a change in the skirmishes on Charlie. It used to be Charlie 1 was the real hot spot. And I guess some of them players aren't playing at the moment. And it looks like ever since Steam has been up and running, and maybe it's getting some people on the mid to west coast of the United States or anywhere in the world, just the later time due to the Steam availability. The second skirmish match has been more popular. I would like to see a third skirmish match added by the devs at a different time, or maybe rotate these times to give it a fair time for everybody that doesn't have to get up in the middle of the night to see you know, who's playing and stuff. For me, it's 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. on the second skirmish. So that is not always an option of what I want to do, unless I want to take a nap in the you know, mid-evening and then get up and play for a couple hours, then go back to bed, which I do at times because I very much enjoy this game. The first skirmish is 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. and that sometimes is hard for me to meet because obligations that happen around 5 p.m. every day in people's lives. That's a busy time for people. So that probably needs to be, maybe moved back so that people getting off work on the eastern time zone of the United States have a little more time to play that, maybe 5 to 7 instead of 4 to 6. And I'll recommend that to the devs because, to my knowledge, the Charlie server is the server for the Eastern time zone through the Pacific time zone. And then you got your Bravo and Delta, which is more for your European. Would like to say this game is played worldwide. I've got many lounge members from Egypt, Israel, Gaza. We go over. I've even had people from Iraq. Of course, a lot of players in Russia and Germany, England, of course, Canada. We're going back that way. We've had some from Brazil and Argentina. Of course, we got a few in China. Not a whole lot for some reason over there. I don't know if it's due to internet issues or what. And then Malaysia, Indonesia. So quite a few different countries represented in this game. It actually does strike a wide audience. So when you're looking at those reviews on Steam and you see that, someone's bitching about its strategy or pay to win and all that, I hate to say it, but those guys have probably, got some beef with Ubisoft from some previous game that was made, and they're taking out their frustrations on In-War Online. I personally think this is a great game. That the longer you play, you see the more strategy that it takes to be successful. And you just got to be a little patient on developing your army, learning the strategies, and hopefully word gets out that I'm here, Mars Flyboy, to help you learn strategies, where the weak link is in your army, and help you build up your army a little bit so that you can compete a little more effectively. One of the suggestions I've made to the devs is, even in a losing situation in a game, that you would get some type of experience points for your units, because I ended up being the #1 ranked player on the PS3 all time. And one of the things I appreciated in that game was that even when you lost a game, your units got XP and actually could rank up. Now, one of the things in that game was they could get killed. You don't have that in this game. So that means if you're getting that little bit of XP even in a loss, you're going to catch up to the higher tier opponents, because currently it's capped at 60. So once I get my units up to 60, basically the only thing I can do is get my headquarters, all those zones up to 60, and then also work on getting better equipment and then upgrading those equipment. So there's a lot that's going to go into building an army. Plus, I'm sure there's many counters to my army. Currently I'm pretty effective because everyone's using the transport deep strike strategy, and so I've built up a real powerful air intercept, and so I can get air domination pretty quick on them guys, which kind of throws them into a tailspin of, oh my gosh, what were they doing? And that's where I get those things of, oh crap, I got Mars Flyboy I'm playing. But there's a strategy out there that is not a deep strike that can take advantage of my more balanced approach, or if anything, I'm more wanting air superiority in the map. So if someone can find something to take out air superiority, that'd be a good way to make me have to change my army. But like I said earlier in the stream, that's why you have 4 main units and at least 4 backup units, so that you have a little variety that you can bring in, whether it's on a different map or different opponent that you see playing that night. Because you fill those final 2 slots, you got to kind of think those as support slots of how it's going to help those 4 main units be effective, whether that's an air intercept, an air transport, another gunship, or another tank. That's my 4 I have as extra. I have the tier 3 drone, and the 2 units I'm working on building up is the tier 4 AAV and the tier 3 drone. I think those will be my next 2, and I kind of like those 2 because I'm hoping to use those in tandem, because they both can strike units all over the map all at once. Tier 3 drone shoots out 3 missiles to 3 different targets. And the Tier 4 AAV, for every AAV out there, the main one, when you hit the special, will attack that one unit. But every other AAV on the map then immediately sends a missile towards that unit that the original unit had attacked. So you could see that you could, with the parallelization ability on the AAV and slowing the game down with the other AAV, you know, that if you have enough command points, you're really going to be able to frustrate the other general and keep him pretty much bottlenecked up on the map, where you just keep pounding him and pounding him. If he is definitely, if these guys are bringing in a lot of gunships or AAVs to battle you. Alright, so we hadn't had anybody here for a while. We're going to check, not much happening on the world chat, so let's see if we can get a war game mode. Let's see who all is online first. Freya, Samuel Fisher, Cooper, Carcinogen, Samuel Fisher, and Freya. There's a lot of people out here. Let's see. Let's put out a thing. A bunch of players out there. Let's get these skirmish or war games going. Just let me know which. To play. And let's go to war game and see. Alright, so here we go. This is kind of cool. See how lucky I can get. Only getting some decent units, because I am kind of tied into what my favorites are. So sometimes with this, I get a little frustrated that I can't get the units I want. So the ones that popped up here are 3 units that I necessarily wouldn't choose, but I'm going to choose, and this is something I recommend to everybody. If there's a unit you're interested in which in this case it's the Tier 3 drone, I'm going to select it so that I can use it and learn a little bit more about it. That's one of the nice things. Alright, so one of my favorite units is the Travis Preston here. We're going to select him, the infantry unit. And, oh boy, tough decision here. I got my favorite artillery, or do I pick my Super Urge gunship? And I got to go with the Super Urge gunship. It's very valuable to have as part of your link. And of course, oh look, I got lucky. That's that same artillery along with the glue artillery, so I'm going to get that artillery. Actually, I'm getting quite happy here, except for that drone at the very beginning. And it just keeps getting better. I can either choose the railgun, tank, or my favorite AAV, which is down here at the bottom. You see the stall, which decreases enemy movement by negative 35%, and I really like that. So I'm going to select that. Hopefully I get a tank as one of my options, and I did. It's the Tier 1 tank, so that'll even me out here. I have basically my rock, paper, scissors, plus my artillery, and my favorite gunship. So we'll see how effective. I would say the big determining factor for me will be how effective can I get that drone involved in the game. And usually with drones, I have found that depending on the map, you want to take the shortest lane and have a few units out in front of those drones to take some hits, so that as your drones are piling up on the headquarters, they are, hey, we got a game, here we go. Carcinogen. Should be a pretty good match. We almost have identical units. He just has 2 AAVs and I have that gunship, so he may have a slight advantage in the army.
Understood. Yes, sir. You got it. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Copy that. Roger. On the move.
Alright, so I got them guys up there. My whole goal is going to be to get them in place. in which my big thing is here to do the super urge and get them up there moving very quickly. That way I can capture what I want to capture.
Yes, sir.
Get our tank up here.
Yes, sir. Moving up.
He's probably got either a tank
Will
or
comply.
either a infantry unit or an artillery going down on the bottom. So we'll just have to see what happens. The super urge to get this tank up here. Yes, okay, I could have either brought a tank or a gunship. I brought the tank because I was thinking he was going to grab that uplink. So my units are moving up here. We're going to use the focus fire on the next unit, and then the next thing, focus fire on that.
Copy that.
So he did not, I was able to defeat, that was a very important thing right there, that focus fire with that tank, because he did not get any command points with that uplink. I was able to get him taken out before
Roger that.
They did it. We're done. We need evac.
before he captured that uplink. So I'm at a little bit of an advantage here at the moment. Next we're going to do the super urge, focus fire with the tank. I've already lost my artillery up there, but I am battling back a little bit here. We probably ought to bring up another tank before I try to reclaim that artillery spot. And down here we're looking pretty decent. Well, I would say before I try to get the top artillery spot, we're going to try and sneak in an artillery down here at the bottom. It's 3 first 1, and he gave up. So that was a good game. So when you're new to the game, or you're learning it, War Games is a great way to see what the total firepower and capabilities are of different units. Alright, I'm getting a friend invite, new friend here, so let's go here and approve him. And get rid of the chat screen so I can see what I'm doing. Click on invitation. Go up here, we click on him, and yes, we accept. So I'm up to 99. I'm up to 100 allies now. So because I'm getting more and more people, I try to look for someone who's low level that's been playing for a while to unfriend, just because I have to make room for active players. And so like this guy's Colonel Knight, level 10, but he just started playing 2 days ago, so I wouldn't want to delete him. So let's go back here to War Games mode. He wants to play me again, and see if we can get another game. Here we go. Get a little more action. This is Macedonia. So we'll see if he has a little better strategy against my army. This is I got a pretty good setup this time. Last 3 or 4 I didn't do very well on picking units. Kind of luck of the draw sometimes. Alright, I'm on the opposite side of the map this time, so first thing is drop that AAV unit, drop our infantry, and then we want to drop the gunship so that we can speed things up. He's got several units coming down that lane, so that means he's got nothing up. Oh, he does have something up top. Let's try and take that uplink. We'll do our super urge and click on it. Things aren't cooperating. There we go.
Yes, sir. One roll of fireball.
And we need to send a tank up top because he's going to probably capture the uplink and maybe have a artillery coming down there. And he let off this bottom lane with an artillery, which is not a wise thing because he really has no defense. And up here he let off with an artillery. So that's 2 units that, this is an important, by the way, bunker to capture because it's going to help you on this other lane. So I'm going to have to give a little attention to the bottom here. I did stop his artillery, but
amen to that. We're out of the fight.
got some other issues I need to be dealing with here on the top.
On the move, sir.
And now let's try to get my first artillery. It's the short one for me. We get that in there, and I think we'll be in a lot better shape. Let's do our super urge here.
Just lost another roller.
And then the next one, do the focus fire on his tank. And if I get his tank down, I should be in pretty good shape on this lane now. So I'm going to bring in an artillery. Because all he has is an artillery and a gunship. And I need to retry take this bunker here, which will help me defense of that lane. Super urge on the top, and he's in a little trouble now. He is in a little bit of trouble. I'm going to do missile suppression because that's going to hit that gunship up there. He's got riflemen coming. They basically have no defense out in the open. You get them in a bunker or an uplink, they're a lot better. So I probably ought to send a tank down the middle along with an AAV, kind of back up them units. The nice thing about this map is the middle lane will actually help you with the third lane once you get that to help protect that artillery. They'll be out in front of it. And so your artillery can sit back and kind of just pound from afar.
Unit is out of action. Requesting extraction.
And I've got his headquarters down on almost a half strength.
We lost a roller.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Still get out some gunships. I'm going to launch one on every lane
On the move,
just due to what he's bringing in. And alright, so
Roger, moving.
I've forgotten all about the drones, so let's just launch a bunch of drones up the middle here, and we'll see how effective they are on finishing this game off. Alright, so here's the first special for the drone. It scans on what to attack. You can hear it in the sound. And wasn't able to attack anything before I took the headquarters. But it does have a really cool sound, and the nice thing is you attack 3 different units at once. Alright, we got Macedonia again. I will say Wargame is real popular right now due to the amount of people that have not built up high enough army to be effective on skirmish. So I would say Wargame is very, very popular right now.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so let's see on this top lane if we can set up a decent
Copy that.
little strategy.
Yes, sir.
A tank,
Roger.
artillery.
Got it.
I sent a drone down there just because he's got a bunch of units. So what I'm going to try to do is
Yes, sir. Moving.
I'm not going to worry about that bottom lane. What I'm going to worry about is the top and the middle, so that I can kind of overwhelm him there.
We need even. Now. Eagle down. Eagle down.
We're on it. Yes, sir. Moving.
Second eagle down.
We just lost a roller.
And let's see, we need to get a AAV going up top. Now, he's got an artillery placement here, so that tells me I don't want to send any more units in down the middle that are ground units. The only thing I would want to do would be gunships. So now I need to focus on the top here. I'm pretty good, so it's time to bring a tank up there.
Mayday. We're going down. Send extraction.
So with that artillery that he has and the artillery that I have, basically you don't want to go down the middle lane or you're wasting units. So we'll see if he realizes that and keeps sending stuff down the middle. Because my artillery, it's just a waste because my artillery is going to pound him all the way there.
Roger that.
We're all gonna die here. We need
Yes, sir. Understood. Yes, sir.
I'm going to keep sending stuff here. The only thing I need to do is scroll down and see how he is on units here. So now it's kind of a matter of time of who's going to get to the headquarters first. So I'm going to use some specials up here so that I can hopefully overwhelm him and start making some progress on his headquarters.
Yes, sir. Copy that.
So, in fact, what we'll do here is since we're attacking his headquarters, it's time to bring in the drones because I'm going to have to start to protect that bottom lane as soon as he gets my turret gone.
Eagles.
So we're going to bring in a gunship.
Send evac. We need evac.
And we'll bring in a tank. By this time, I have so many units. Exactly. And that's my third win on that, so I'm going to back out of war games for the moment, go to skirmish, that way some people can get some games there. Good game. Back on skirmish. Come get your wins. War games. I play to win. So, who we got following us tonight? Get in on the chat. There's let me know who you are, and we can have a little conversation while we're waiting for the game. Also, we'll keep an eye on the world chat, see what's going on. Macedonia, I just got done playing him twice on war games because it is an equal army, pretty much, except for when you get screwed on the randomness of choosing units. I usually play pretty hard on that. So that I can at least get a little benefit of the war games rewards. As lately, I have been very low ranked on the leaderboard of skirmish due to trying to help people. So once you get to level 25, if you're watching this later, make sure you get those easy wins from me. All right, here's Macedonia on skirmish. So we'll let him win this, but he isn't going to get it without a little bit of a fight. So he is going to have to work on it.
You got it. On the move, sir.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Moving. Hell yes, sir. Hell yes, sir.
And I'm going to help him out here by saying target turret with air directly over it. See if that helps him. I believe he was the player a while ago that kept doing the airstrike next to the turret on the lane and didn't realize you could actually target something off lane. There, he's targeting the turret. Let's see if how that helps him this time. Boom. And we'll even that's more effective than targeting next to it on lane. And we're running out of time on tonight's skirmish, so I went ahead and let him have the win on that. A pretty good night to play in more online. Been a lot of people on. I've had a couple times where had to listen to me because we weren't getting any games, but I will say things are picking up here, and there's other games being played. Just a lot of times due to my high rank, I'm not getting matched up with people, which is I don't mind that. I'd rather equal opponents play than me, because there are a few. There's about 3 other guys that are on my almost to my level of play, and they usually play to win on skirmish, which is no fault to them. It is only going to help them build their army to attack me, so I don't mind them guys playing to win. But I'm going to keep out helping here the new guys and the underdogs to kind of build up their army and help them with strategy. Hopefully Macedonia there learned that the big thing in that match was that if you're going to airstrike a turret, make sure it's right over the turret, not next to it in the lane. I think that's one of the things people don't realize when they're trying to do that, is that they're so used to some things being lane based that they don't target it when it's off the lane, as in the artillery spot or the turret, or even the uplink or the bunker. All those are off the lane. And by far on all 4 of those things, napalm will be what you want to drop. Worst thing could be the bomb that goes all the way down the lane, because that isn't going to hit anything outside the lane. And the tier 1 airstrike, it'll have some splash damage if you hit the lane, but that would probably be the second thing to attack something that's off lane. So let's talk a little more strategy here while we're waiting to see who's playing. I'm going to say who's next for a win. We only got about 15 minutes left in tonight's skirmish. Let's see. Playing the different modes. Personally, when you get to about level 40, you need to be thinking only Class A armor, tank shells, or whatever it is, the weapons, and then the attack system and the defensive systems. Up until that point, you can get by with blue and purple, but at that point, at level 40, you got to be thinking end game that eventually you're going to be at level 60, the max, and that's where I would switch towards trying to attain Class A weaponry. So with that in mind, as you're starting the game, yeah, it's nice to get those green armor and green weapons and stuff to get you out of the gray. But once you get everybody a green, work on getting either blue or purple for your main units, and then don't worry about any other units on getting them. They can get all the hand-me-downs from your main units to help them have a better loadout if you decide to use them. But it's definitely worth your while to work towards those Class A ornaments. Another thing to keep in mind is your zones. I've always kept my zones as high as I can, especially on my 4 main units, and then on my units that I bring in. for support of those in a game. Those have kind of been secondary on leveling those up, and then I've always kept one zone, and that is personally the drone one. I've kept it at a low rank just so that I can get an easy upgrade for the daily quest of upgrade a zone 2 times, as I'm here at a higher level. So there are some things you can do early in the game that will help you later, just like having some low level weapons or armor to upgrade, because you may not have the materials to upgrade a purple or yellow, and those also cost more energy. But if you have like a low level weapon, let's say on a tank, like level 8 we'll say, it's not going to require much energy, and you must always have plenty of the materials for green to get that, and that'll help you with your daily quest. Definitely make sure you are using your auto battles each day. I always go to basically what I need to farm for a something for one of my units, and do 10 times on that, or at least until I get enough blueprints for what I wanted. Or I'll go to the highest chapter, highest map, so that I can get the highest bunch of energy and materials, along with any blueprints that I can sell later for energy. So you get those 10, and you'll finish a daily quest, and you usually have maybe 5 more, or possibly 10 to use somewhere else. And I usually switch to veteran on that and try to farm another set of blueprints of a higher level. When it comes to buying from the not the gold shop, but from your materials down below your supply, the nice thing, it used to be you could only do it from one of the to meet the requirement of buy 2 things from the black market, and it was just from the main one. But they've done that to be for skirmish now, for fortress mode, and war games, so you can get it any way you want to now. So we got Macedonia here again. So a lot of times you can get that daily quest without spending any gold, because you've been playing fortress and skirmish and war games, and you've built up some tokens there.
Yes, sir. Understood.
You got it. Roger.
I was kind of hoping to get a higher level person, so we'll just let him get an easy win here, because we're running out of time on skirmish tonight. We're down to 12 minutes, so okay, Cooper, I just abort. I said don't eat. Alright, so this is what I was wanting, maybe to finish the night out with somebody a little higher ranked, give me a little better. And see, he's heavy on air transports. He's bringing in 3 of them, which he knows. I told him I wasn't going to use it, so air intercept. So let's get this going on.
Yes, sir. Understood. You got it. On the move. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Moving out. You got it. Yes, sir. Moving out. Amen to that.
We just lost a roller. 2 rollers knocked out.
Outstanding, sir. We have lost a squad. We have lost 2 squads.
1 eagle down.
With pleasure, sir.
We've lost 2 eagles.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Mayday. Going in hard. Send evac.
sir.
We need evac.
Understood. Yes, sir.
We've lost
Moving
a
out.
squad.
Understood. In motion, sir. We have lost a squad. We're out of the fight, sir. Requesting extraction.
Roller fireball. We've lost 2 rollers. 0 rollers
sir.
operating. We need evac, sir.
We're on it.
We need evac. Eagle down. Eagle down.
You got it.
We'll comply.
1 roller lost.
Everyone's
2
dead.
rollers lost.
We need evac now.
Roger, moving. Leave it to us, sir.
2 squads down. All troopers wounded. Or KIA. Send evac. We'll comply. Roger.
Unit is out of action. Sir.
Requesting extraction.
Leave it to us, sir.
He's definitely pounding me with lots of air transports, which I knew would be coming.
Just lost another roller.
Yes, sir.
So I'm not using my air intercept, so I'm at a disadvantage here.
We're all over
All
it.
rollers out of the fight. Send evac.
We'll take care of it.
Alpha Mike Foxtrot.
sir.
It's
Killed
true.
another
We need evac.
Yes, sir. Copy that. We're all over it.
Mayday.
We've lost the
Mayday.
roller.
Going down. Send
Yes, sir. Understood.
They killed 2 rollers.
Got a pretty good battle going on here.
Copy that.
1 roller
Outbound.
lost.
On the move.
So I'm going to shake him up a little bit here and send a tank down the middle, just to
We're on it. In motion.
keep him occupied from his main battle down here against me. But well, hopefully I'll be able to
Mayday.
We're
Mayday.
all over it.
Activating transponder. Send
get
evac.
some decent
roller
units. I
lost.
need to deep strike a tank here because he's
Yes,
got
sir.
this.
Understood.
We lost a roller.
He's got this transport out here all by
Just
itself.
lost another roller.
So I'll bring in a
Roger.
gunship
Yes,
to
sir.
help with this
Moving on.
tank.
Down. Survivors need evac.
Now by dropping this tank in front of that transport, I'm in pretty good shape.
We'll do it, sir.
1 roller down.
You got it.
2nd roller lost. All rollers out of action. Send evac ASAP.
Everyone's dead.
Take care of it.
We need evac now.
Two rollers lost.
And we'll abort the battle because I won that bottom lane with quite a few troops left over. That was good. That was fun. Good game. Well, we're winding down tonight's stream, our second one of the day. About 7 minutes left. Appreciate everybody that is watching this. Hope you've learned a few things. Make sure you tell your friends about the game. It can really turn into a good strategy here as we get more players. Good competition. I know the devs have many other cool things planned for us. In store with different updates to the game. You never know what surprises can be around the corner, whether it's Theater of War, a 4th faction maybe someday of Chinese faction. I'd love to see that. Theater of War, if we get enough people playing, so that we can actually battle each faction versus each other for control of the world. That'd probably be the ultimate thing that I'd like to see. That'd be the 5th and final game mode I would see. And then maybe a 4th faction would be on my wish list. I really like seeing that you can play on Facebook now, and they've released it on Steam. That was a couple smart things that they've done. Next, if they'll get the XP for even in a loss for units, that'll help people to get up to the higher levels so that they can be a little more competitive in the PvP, because once you finish the campaign, I haven't heard anything bad about the campaign. Once you finish the campaign, is when people seem to be dying off from playing. And then War Games is real popular because you're playing with level 60 characters. But ultimately, everybody wants their own army, how they've designed it, and go up against someone else and their army. So that's where skirmish comes into, and eventually theater of war. So hopefully we can make those things happen if everybody will support the game and keep helping each other out, telling friends about the game. Like I said, it's not play to win or pay to win. It's play to play. And if you do want to help yourself out, I suggest VIP or the war bonds. You can buy gold at any time. Just make sure you're doing it smart, where on those weeks where they double the gold value, you get twice for the money. Whether it's 5,000 gold, 10,000 gold, or the 2,000, you get the double. And then also you pick up those equipments for your troops. Really need to think long term in this game about where your army's going, where you want it to be, and what you can do to help that. Like I said, playing all the different game modes helps. Campaign, you may finish a chapter, but maybe you didn't get all the stars for that particular map. So you definitely have to, if you want to help yourself, get all those bonuses from completing all. It's usually what, 21 stars, I think, for each chapter. So you'll need to go back, and it's usually not very hard. One of them may be within a certain time limit, and then the other is make sure that there's no artillery or turret destroyed or something. So maybe if you can't get it all on your first try, usually your second, and definitely by your third try of that mission on the chapter. A lot of times, if you're using your head and you've been upgrading your units, you're a level 2 or higher above the AI on those, and it's not really a problem on your first try to get all 3 stars. Just on those rewards that you earn from doing that, make sure you use them wisely on what you do for your units. Same thing with fame. You want to get your main 4 units up to rank 5 as quickly as possible. So if that means, you only have half of the commanders available, well, you don't need those other commanders. Just keep socking the fame into the ones you like using. Then you can go back and pick up another commander and work on him, which will only help you for completing the daily quest at a higher level, because you'll have that easy boom, 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 I'm done, got my energy, got my fame for the day for, ranking up that guy's equipment, ranking up his abilities, and then you can concentrate on what really matters, your main units. So looks like we're down here to the final 2-minute countdown. Will we get a game, or are we done for the night? It's been a pleasure streaming this. I look forward to more people taking part in these streams from the lounge. Let's see, what level is your tank, he wants to know, and I'm going to tell him 59. So, almost maxed. It is a beast. So tonight, I haven't seen many people from Steam on. They're usually showing up on the world chat here. We had, I would say, Leopardo and Dradiano, maybe from Italy or something. And on the Charlie, those would be new people. I know Cooper, Carcinogen is, let's see what level he is. He's 31. I think he is a regular Charlie player from the InWarOnline.com site. But there's not many yet that have built up for the skirmish. ATF McCoy's, he's been around for a while. Neville's new. And I believe Macedonia, let's see, yeah, 33. He may be an older one. But it's nice to have a good mix of what's going on. Until these guys get about level 30, I really don't see them playing skirmish too much. And then if there isn't somebody that's just, they getting with someone that's just killing them every time, which kind of makes them not want to play skirmish, which hurts. You got to play skirmish, and you got to get your tokens for that. They've been going to war games, and war games is important to see how you want to build your army. And there's also rewards in that. Like I said, it's basically free to play because it costs you 150 fame to do it, and at a minimum you're going to get 120 fame back. So that's a pretty easy gimme to always play war games, and try to get some tokens that way, so you can be working on getting either experience books. I was going to buy something from the off of the supply thing. Sometimes there's offered general XP, which helps your general rank up to a higher level, and that is an important thing, so that you can get your zones up higher and your units up higher, because your units and your zones cannot be higher than your general. So if you run into that where your general is holding you back, that's where you need to go for those general experience booklets that you can purchase with gold. Of course, anytime you can pick up some books for a specific unit so you can get him over the hump to the next next level, that's an important thing. Something I haven't touched on tonight is the abilities of different units are based on levels. So you want to keep that in mind, that if you're a level 40, but yet your AAV can only attack level 30 units with effectiveness, you need to get him up to 40 so that he's not taking, it'll actually dampen his attack and defense, or its attack and its defense against that higher level unit. You need a 40 going against a 40, not a 30 against a 40 for that ability. And that's one of the things when I'm talking about learning the different abilities of your units. And those are the ones, you got five different ranks once you get them ranked up, but maybe 2 of them are the most important. So those you would want equal to your general level, and then the other ones you can rank up at a later time. But definitely the ones that say you have to be at a certain level for it to be at 100% effectiveness against a unit of equal level, that's a must to be maxed out every time. So it's been nice chatting with everybody tonight, and I hope to see you all again soon. This is Mars Flyboy signing out, and I'll see you on the battlefield.